So it's the 19th of September 2015, and you know what that means. It's Saturday, BBC One, Doctor Who! All new Doctor Who Series 9. I'm really hoping it's fantastic. It's Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor, and I love Capaldi as the 12th Doctor. And so, to celebrate, here I am in the best Doctor garb that I can actually find in my wardrobe. We've got 7's waistcoat, well, vest if you want to call it like that. We've got 10's tie. We've got 8's nice morning coat. We've even got a nice 4 style fedora. Hey Tom Baker, how you doing? And even a pair of Sonic sunglasses. Oh yeah. Okay, they're 3D glasses, but you get the idea. Anyway, I wanted to be able to show you the contents of a parcel that I actually got Monday before last. I'm going to show you my array of Sonic screwdrivers. The first one I want to show you is this wonderful one here. It was lathed and made and sold on eBay. I bought it before going to the 50th anniversary when I first got to meet Sylvester McCoy. He was highly impressed with this. All I had to do really was just basically paint the bullet thing with some red nail polish. I'd like to say I got it off of Riversong, but I didn't. Either way, it doesn't make any noises unless you thump it against the table or something, but it looks awesome, doesn't it? Look at that. Of course, the more awesome ones that are going to be in the collection are always going to be the universal remote controls, and the first one that came out was the 11th Doctor's Sonic screwdriver. It's incredibly accurate to the design from the one in the show. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant when I first got this, because it was so nice and weighty, and you could do all the Matt Smith flipping around things. It makes all the different noises, all the different eras of Sonic screwdriver. It does all the lights, all of the sounds, and it was really, really cool to get. But after that, of course, they ended up releasing the 10th Doctor's Sonic screwdriver. The 10th Doctor's one was more of a collector's piece because of the fact that it was moulded after the one that David Tennant was given when he left the role of Doctor Who. So essentially you have a bit of Whovian history every time you buy one of these. It also had the wonderful feature of having a button on there, so when it was in its FX mode and not being used for the universal remote control mode, you could just press the button and it would light up and it would make the Sonic screwdriver sound. Of course, you could actually also press the button in a different way and tilt it in one direction and the other, get all of the different sound effects that you would with the 11th Doctor Sonic screwdriver, and it had the playability of being able to extend it while you were still using it. But now the Wand Company have completely outdone themselves and have made a 12th Doctor's Sonic screwdriver. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking, what's the difference between 12 and 11? Well, the differences between 12 and 11 is the fact that he doesn't wear bow ties anymore and he's a bit more grumpy, also the eyebrows. But all joking aside, of course, the fact there are some design differences and some really good practical choices in the way of having this not just as a universal remote control, but as a fantastic cosplay prop as well. The two most major differences between this one and the 11th Doctor Sonic screwdriver is, first, aesthetically, you can now extend the claw like so. Just like Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi do in the TV show itself, you now actually have the extending claw. And the cool thing is that when it's extended, it is still working. It still lights up and it still does its special effects. The other difference is the fact that this button here allows you to be able to just use the ordinary 11th Doctor, 12th Doctor Sonic screwdriver effect as you press it. Then you can actually do a press combination and do all of the extra sounds that it would be using in universal remote control mode. Making sure you get all the commands down is a little bit difficult. Sometimes the motion sensor goes a bit off, but honestly, for somebody like myself who does not use it as a remote control, I just find it as a fantastic sort of corner piece, something to be able to play around with. Of course I'm playing around with these, you know, I'm running after the kids with this sort of thing, just pointing at them and, you know, sonicking them and making them run away screaming, because I'm obviously a great dad like that. The only con to the actual design is the fact that with the extendable claw motion is that it's very easy to actually open. The way you open it is with a flick of the wrist like that. However, if you are inclined to try and do a Matt Smith flip or something like that, 9 times out of 10 it ends up coming open part way through like that, which means that it's not exactly practical if you want to copy the 11th Doctor completely, but are you really going to buy it for that particular value? If yes, then you could probably buy the 11th Doctor's one and it stays shut the whole time and you can be able to do your flipping around and that kind of thing and have the odd success story like that one, but for the most part it's going to just like pop right open and then, you know, partially as well, and you'll have to close it back up. And if you hold the two of them up side by side, you can actually see that the 12th Doctor's one is more or less, well, it's actually incredibly more accurate to the one in the show than the other. If you want anything more accurate than this one, then you can actually go to Rubber Toe Replicas and for, well, more than a decent amount of money, actually get one that is moulded off of the original one that Peter Capaldi started using at the beginning of Series 8, which itself would be absolutely incredible to have. But for those of us who don't actually have the budget to actually own a second house, this is more than acceptable enough. It is around about £80 to be able to buy it, which is a lot of money for something that is basically, well, it's mostly the same as the toys, but it is so much more accurate. It's made out of nicer materials, it's a lot weightier, and if you ever go and dress up like a doctor at a convention or for Halloween or something like that, if you want to be one of the latest two, then this is a fantastic prop to be able to have. So I would highly, highly recommend getting one of these. In fact, I would highly recommend that if you can afford it, to get them each in turn, as they are all fantastic pieces to be able to have in your man cave, or put about on your mantelpiece, or sat in your TARDIS, if you'd rather. If you have a TARDIS, that is. And if you have a TARDIS, then please come over here and take me along with you, because I need a holiday. I want to see your tits, my dear. Thank you for watching live from your mother's basement here from the Man Cave. You can actually go like, subscribe, you can share this, you can leave a nice comment. Believe me, my wife will be all over you if you don't. There's the social media stuff, Facebook, Twitter and Tumblr, all in the descriptions below. You can come back regularly on Mondays when we can actually try and get this online on Mondays, or watch for other bonus basements. In the meantime, take care of yourself, Jana Minasan and Geronimo. Nerdy.